All right. Hello and welcome. Thank you to everyone who has joined us today. This is a 30-minute GiveSmart features demo, all about features to improve donor impressions. So thank you to everyone who has joined us, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's take a moment to meet today's main speaker. First, my name is Madison Kautman, and I am a marketing campaign manager for GiveSmart. Our platform expert today, speaking during the demo, is Ann McGuire. She is the senior product manager for GiveSmart Fundraise. And thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Oh gosh, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, so some housekeeping tips as we get going. Please feel free to use the Q&A box for any questions you might have as we go, and check your chat box for resources and links we're going to share throughout the session. Our colleague Richard is helping us out on the back end in the chat and Q&A, so keep the questions coming. He will be passing everything to us as we go. Also, today's call is being recorded, and the recording will be shared with everyone attending with all of the resource links and all of the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. So today we will be taking a look at front-end GiveSmart features that can help your organization make a positive donor impression. We'll be showing less of the back-end how-tos and more of real, successful, and creative campaign examples from your nonprofit and K-12 peers to showcase and highlight excellent feature usage, customization, and effective appeals. As we all know, this is the best time of year to acquire first-time donors. With Giving Tuesday quickly approaching and year-end giving appeals, it's crucial to have platforms that provide you easy, seamless giving opportunities for new and veteran donors. GiveSmart's growing trifecta of fundraising events and donor management platforms makes up a powerful suite of solutions which can assist and empower you to appeal to new donors and reach your fundraising goals. So without any further ado, Anne, I will go ahead and pass it to you to take over for the demo.
Okay, great. Thanks, Madison. Let me get my screen share going here.
Sure.
All right. At this point, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thanks. So again, as Madison called out, this demo is really showcasing the front end of the GiveSmart platforms so that you can really get a great view of what your donors are going to see when utilizing either the GiveSmart fundraise events or donor CRM platforms. And we're going to start by walking through some really fantastic and unique examples that are highlighting what we have by way of capabilities on the fundraise side. And what you're seeing here first is a campaign link that is really showcasing one of our capabilities of customizing a landing page that gives you the ability to really customize through a configurator all of the ways that you want to share and highlight your organization, your mission, include videos, let people have a keyword to text in to give or support, show all of the ways that your supporters can make a difference by providing them great details and information, as well as including links, right, to customizable forms. So whether you're looking to capture donations, you'll see on the slide out, you've got your customized donation form that is really highlighting, again, how you want to support or how that donor wants to support, ways in which they want to make a difference by providing a donation. And then we have this awesome functionality to really be able to not only make a one-time gift, but choose how your supporters want to give throughout the course of a year or even longer. You can choose that one time, monthly, quarterly, annually. We'll walk through other forms and how this has been configured as well. You're going to capture all of that great information that you've set in that form by way of contact information, choosing what information you want your donors or your supporters to provide, both for this gift, but maybe having that information within the platform for future opportunities to reach out and continue to support. All of these forms are structured in a way that at the end, in the completion of the form, that supporter is giving their credit card information. We'll show other alternative methods of payments through other forms. They're going to go ahead and complete that gift by giving, and that transaction will have been secured. As we kind of walk through this landing page, you're going to see, again, some great ways to really customize and highlight, how that gift is making a contribution. And again, all of these links are taking to a form. So really being able to not only share that mission and that statement, but take those supporters to exactly where they want to be, letting them know how they can continue to make impacts. Maybe you have a form that's allowing them to become a fundraiser, find a fundraiser, learn more. Again, the slide out is going to provide another form from here where you're going to be able to sign up as a volunteer. We have a really robust form configurator where you can choose both forms that secure payments as well as non-payment forms, and be able to really get the details and the information that you need. Maybe you're looking for people to just continue on and become a fundraiser and then spread that mission to their family and friends, to be able to just kind of cast a larger net of reaching out to new people who are going to want to support your organization and your mission throughout the year. As those donations are coming through, we have great ways to really highlight those contributors. We have progress circles, progress walls, being able to really not only show where you're at by way of that goal, how much you've raised, but you can also set this up in a way that shares that thank you, right? You can choose to show or hide those donors, choose to show or hide the amount in which they've given, so that you're not only socializing where you're at by way of that goal, but really being able to give that recognition, especially in a virtual situation where maybe you don't have these folks in a room, where you can see, you know, how they've contributed and how they've made an impact to your mission. So these landing pages, you know, each time you're seeing one, you have the capability to really be able to customize this and set your own example of how you're trying to spread your mission, and get supporters to really get engaged in your specific fundraising needs. All of these are able to share a link, you know, whether you're sharing it through social media, which this is always available through social media shares. Maybe you're embedding this link in your organization's website. Perhaps you're doing an e-blast or a text out message. There's lots of great ways for you to communicate these landing pages out, and then cast that net to say, hey, this is how we're fundraising, and this is how you can show your support. Now, the next really great example, and I'm going to try to have to pull this down a little bit to get it out of the way of that landing page there, is really just highlighting a custom form that we have here. And so again, as Fundraise platform is really a robust form builder to create those forms. And all of these forms, again, can be shared. You can text the keyword to have supporters visit this form. These forms can also be embedded on an organization's website. So lots of great ways to get the message out through these forms. And what I love about this form is that they've really created a great way for supporters, donors, to find a finalist and to select a People's Choice finalist. From here, they've configured it to have this selector where you're going to be able to choose that finalist you'd like to have that donation be applied to. Again, you're going to choose that amount, choosing either from some default amounts that you can, again, configure and set, or give a custom amount. You're seeing here that opportunity to say, not only do I want to support this finalist once, but maybe I want to support the organization throughout the year, making a weekly, monthly, quarterly donation. And you'll see, you know, with each one of these, you can select, and then that gift will just continue to reoccur with whatever amount you have selected. You've got that information that you're capturing on the person who's making the gift at this time. And then below that, again, is that payment section. Now, in this form, you're seeing where this organization is not only accepting credit card payments, but we do have PayPal as a alternative payment method. We also have Apple Pay. So if I were on a browser that accepted Apple as a form of payment, you would see Apple Pay pop up potentially in here as an alternative method. And we're working through to get Google Pay on Fundraise as another payment method or payment offering within the form. So once that payment method is selected, you're just completing the form and submitting that payment. The payment is captured for the organization. You're getting a receipt or a notification via an SMS message to let you know that that payment has been secured. You've got your receipt of that transaction as needed for perhaps tax purposes or just as a recognition that that donation has been secured. All right, let's talk about another form that I have here that, again, just another great example on how you can customize a form, and how they've leveraged this form is an opportunity for members to sign up. So they're offering all of those membership opportunities. You can choose the quantity that you'd like. Maybe you're buying multiple membership opportunities at various price points. You can select one or many of these. You can choose, again, for that membership to be a one-time membership, or maybe you're making it annually and you're wanting this to just renew year over year. You can also add additional, sections or buttons and ways to really, again, configure these forms to speak to the needs that your organization has. So this one is offering that waiver opportunity, and they've just included this button here so that they make sure that they've included all of those spaces and places within this form that are important to them to capture the information they need from those supporters. Again, we've got that contact information. And as we're walking through this, you're going to see each one of these contact information sections might look a little bit different. Again, Fundraise has a really robust configuration element to allow you to really be able to personalize the information you need, creating custom spaces or custom fields to really capture the information pertinent to your organization. We've got the option here that they've created as giving an opportunity to create an additional donation, and then capturing that payment method again. Once submitted, payment is secured. I do want to call out, as we kind of walk you through these forms, some other things that we have the opportunity to do. You're going to see that, we always know it's important for organizations to give an opportunity to say, we appreciate your support and we'd really love to capture the full breadth of that donation and help out by passing along those processing fees, of those credit card processing fees. So we always have that opportunity for the donor to opt in and say, yep, I'd like to make sure 100% of that donation is being applied to the mission, and I'm willing to pay that processing fee along with my donation. Because this is a membership form, but you're going to see this on other forms as well, we have the ability for you to customize promotion codes. So maybe you have some special folks that you'd like to offer a code to give a membership at a discounted rate. Perhaps you're leveraging this with regards to a ticketing opportunity as well. This is an opportunity for you to create those custom codes and then share them with the right people. And then they can enter that code, redeem it, and then make that purchase at a discounted price. All right, the last form that I want to walk through on the Fundraise side, again, is just, it's a form, but it's also our crowdfunding page. So I highlighted it as we had it linked through that landing page, but we also have a customized crowdfunding page that can be unique in of itself to really be able to configure and, again, share your mission, share the needs that you're trying to support through this campaign or through this customizable crowdfunding page. From here, you're including all of those great details about this crowdfunding event. You're highlighting a total raise, how much you're trying to get to, right? What's that goal amount, how much you've raised so far through this progress bar. You're going to be able to socialize and share how many people have decided to be a donor and make a monetary contribution, and how many people have actually chosen to sign up to really help to spread that mission and that need. Through these same pages, you can also configure links to customized forms, whether it is the opportunity to make a gift. And from here, you're really driving the need to capture that donation through this form. So that person is going ahead and choosing a donation amount they'd like to apply. Maybe there is a fundraiser that they'd like to support. From here, they can choose that fundraiser that's already kind of signed up as a fundraiser and be able to make that gift, whether it's a one-time or a reoccurring gift, complete that contact information, and then, again, secure that payment. We also have the ability, sometimes these donors want to make that donation, but they don't necessarily want their name broadcasted out through these public pages and public places, or maybe those donor walls or wheels that I highlighted. So we do give that opportunity for a donor to choose to be anonymous. That way we can really honor desire to, give the gift, but not necessarily have the public facing recognition of that gift. All right, let me just go back here again. Sorry, my top bar is getting in my way there a little bit. Okay, let's go back to that main page. Now you can also use, we have these 2 buttons on this crowdfunding page. So again, you can configure it to link to any forms that you like. So we've got that donation or make a gift form, but you can also just encourage people, maybe they're not looking to make a donation at this time, but they just want to register and become a fundraiser and support you by sharing their customized page to their family and friends and encouraging them to gift, setting a goal of their amount. So again, all customizable by you as you are configuring what information is important to make sure you're sharing as people are signing up, and then choosing to become a fundraiser. Even from the sign up form, they've created a way to capture a donation from here, allowing them to, again, make a donation while signing up and secure that payment. So all of these, as you see, each one of these forms is unique. And it's because we've just given the capability to really let that organization on the back end from the admin side create that unique experience. So from these pages, you're going to, again, share your mission, talk a little bit more about why this fundraising opportunity is so important to your cause, to your need. From here, you're going to be able to highlight and share anyone who's signed up as a fundraiser and joined a team. So we do allow fundraisers to join together and create a team experience to just, again, really drive the fun and share that the mission out with family and friends and create that atmosphere of, coming together and being able to reach those goals. Or maybe you've still got those folks who are, just an individual fundraiser who's continuing to highlight. And then from here, you're going to be able to highlight and share all of those unique donors and all of those gifts that were received. So it's a great way to really, again, create that unique opportunity to highlight, share. Maybe you're highlighting sponsors from either, any of these pages, whether it's the landing page or the crowdfunding, really being able to highlight those who have supported you along the way. And really be able to customize a unique landing page and space to highlight all of your mission, all of your ways in which these gifts are impacting your organization. You're seeing at the top again, there's that keyword that you can text into a short code that's going to allow people as another avenue, but this can be shared through social media, emails, sharing it through your organization's website, all the great ways to just make sure that mission is being shared. All right, let's talk a little bit about the events side. And when we move over to the events, I'm going to start with actually come over here. I want to talk about this great homepage where now on the event side, we have these great homepage landing pages that are really uniquely created and developed by you to support this particular event. And so for this event site, they have created a landing page that I think is a great representation of the customizations by way you can highlight, right? If you've got auction items, silent, live, maybe you've got instant items to purchase, vote items to offer a fun vote. Maybe you've got some raffle items for purchase. So we've got some great ways to kind of create and capture those items that you're looking for people to either bid or buy, donation items to capture a monetary donation. But beyond that, you've got these other sections that I really think help to, again, spread the word about this particular event. So from here, it's a great example of how you can use the homepage to showcase the agenda, giving people more information about when is this event and what can they expect at this event. Within these sections, you can include, great just details, really highlighting all of the information from within each one of these sections. Now, these sections are customizable and reconfigurable, so you can change the order in which these sections appear, create new sections to really be able to highlight the information you need. Maybe you've got some unique items that you really want to highlight and draw attention to from this homepage. Maybe you're highlighting a particular supporter. Maybe you're highlighting someone who's going to be a speaker. Maybe you've got like a band or some entertainment that you want to highlight at this event. All of these sections are a great way to be able to configure that as you need it to be. And then we've got a great sponsor section on the homepage that you can highlight all of those that have supported you along the way, to really, again, give the recognition where needed and highlight those organizations or those people who have supported to really make this event happen and a great success. Now, these pages are also shareable. There's great ways for you to share. There's a keyword that you can create that's customizable, that is unique, similar to the fundraise side, making a unique keyword that's then being shared by a short code. But you can also spread the word through social media, as well as email blasts or sending out text messages to those who maybe have supported you before to let them know there's a new page, a new event site where they can continue that support. If this is an event that has an in-person element, this homepage is a great place to include a Google map. So if people are buying tickets or planning on attending a location, you can include that location and help people to map to that location. And again, just share, who this is that's hosting the event, and really share that information. I think this is great too, right? They've created a custom section to highlight any safety protocols. So, during these last couple of years, things have shifted a little bit, and it's great to be able to include if there are certain protocols or certain things that you've put into place to just make sure that your guests, your donors, are feeling like you're adhering to any protocols that might be a part of your community, or maybe these are protocols that you're just setting up as an organization. Now, one thing I want to highlight from here too, and we'll kind of walk through this more, is, once you start sharing these sites, if you have any of those auction items, you can drop, let's go to one that's active. My apologies on that. Let's go to a different one. All right, let's walk over to the next one. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, okay. I think not only is this a great site, but it really highlights how you can create a unique site for a very unique mission or cause. And so what this organization has done is created a event site that is supporting the dopest dad, and this kind of challenge or vote to go to vote for that dad. Again, they've really created a unique homepage. They have an entire bracketing system for the champion of the dad who's going to be winning this competition. They're highlighting all of this, the uniqueness and the specialness of this mission, welcoming people to this concept, sharing the details, highlighting sponsors. But what I love is this vote now, which is taking you to the items page, is giving you the space where you can see all of the dads and be able to, choose that dad and cast a vote. Now, the voting items are really fun. We've seen lots of great ways of people using them to be able to set like any amount you want. You could even do a vote where there's $0 appended to it. Maybe you're just doing it as a fun thing, but it's a great way to just capture a little bit more revenue, refer to it as a donation, and then have some fun with it, right? So if you had multiple items here, you could certainly search for those dads. We've got great categories. If you had a lot of items, we'll showcase that in another campaign. But again, I just really love this particular one because it just highlights, how out of the box you can really get and be thoughtful about, like, how are we fundraising, and really have some fun with it and create a unique experience. The next one I'm going to show is, again, we're kind of, I can't believe it, we're getting into that holiday season. And so what I'm showing you here is where an organization has set up a Secret Santa workshop, giving folks the ability to come in here and make purchases. So again, they've really customized this page to speak to the holidays, right? You've got your Christmas and your mistletoes and the right colors. Where they can come in and get all of the details they need to know about this Secret Santa event, learn how to make purchases and payments. They've got custom sections for table of content, being able to create, again, these sections that include buttons, and be able to really walk their supporters through what to expect, what to see, share details, share pertinent information. Let's see, I might have to log in. Yeah, let me just sign in here real quick. I think that will help this experience. And then let's go over to the items. Well, bear with me. I think I've logged in. Let me go over to this one. I think this one is going to be a great one to really highlight the items. So this is just a demo site that we have. Again, each one unique, each one customizable. From here, we've got those items, right, that you're really being able to draw interest to. And from this demo site, we've got all of the different item types. We've got silent, we've got live, we've got instant, vote, raffle, donate, all of them created uniquely by you to really be able to then give those donors or those supporters an opportunity to place a bid, make a purchase, cast a vote, make a donation, all these great ways to just really let your supporters support you in the way that they best like to. From these items pages, we also give you the ability to highlight items and break them down by categories. We have some default categories, right? Like if you've got those silent items created or live items or donation items, this just helps that supporter filter down to find that particular item type and be able to take those next actions. But you can create custom categories and create groupings of items that make sense, right? Maybe you've got classroom projects if you're a school, or perhaps you've got, perhaps you've got items that you want into a category that can help people filter down and find any opportunities for dining or entertainment, health and fitness. Again, all of these are just customizable by you and allow you an opportunity to take like items or items that make sense being categorized together and give those supporters an opportunity to quickly and easily find them. The My Activity page, a great way for a donor or a person to find those items that they've placed purchases on, made bids, and be able to really kind of hone into where they've been engaged. Now, as we're talking about these events, I do want to call out that we do have some great ways to manage, checking in and checking those guests for those in-person experiences. And we know, over the years, we've had people who have been present at a check-in point where you've got that kind of white glove experience. Your guests are walking in, you've got volunteers or people of the organization greeting them, welcoming them. There's a great way to be able to have that in-person check-in with a volunteer supporting that, getting that guest in the door, making sure you have the right information, and making sure that they've got the link to the items to start browsing, bidding, and buying. But we also, just in this shift in these last couple of years of knowing that sometimes we want a more contactless style of entry, we have created this great self-check-in where it's really more of a touchless check-in. And I'm walking you actually through a Help Center article right now where we have the ability to give you some great resources. And if you haven't checked out the Help Centers for any of the platforms, take a peek. But it really walks you through how you can start this process by sending out a text message, and in the text message linking that person who is needing to be checked in through a flow where they're giving their information to check them in, adding a card or making sure they have a credit card on file for payments. And then once they're checked in, they've got their information. Maybe you've got bidder numbers assigned, table numbers. Maybe you've got custom fields with other information and taking them right to those items to start browsing, bidding, and buying. So a great way to have that experience of getting those guests checked in, making sure that they have all of that pertinent information, that they're engaged in your items without necessarily having to have volunteers be at that checkpoint to check those guests in, and kind of a more of a self check-in versus a white gloved experience. So I think a great pivot during these last couple of years to really offer that as an opportunity as well. So check out our Help Center. I know we're getting close to the time. The last thing I just want to talk about, right, is the donor CRM as our third fantastic product within the fundraising suite. And while the donor CRM is a great way for you, the organization, to manage, one thing that I do want to call out that it offers is a great way for you to give your supporters and your donors a really easy and quick way to thank them for their contribution. So there's great mechanisms in both platforms for recognition via email or text. But if you're looking for that kind of year end and a great kind of customizable approach to a thank you letter, you know, as those gifts are getting entered, as new gifts are getting entered within the platform, once it's entered, you'll see an opportunity to add that thank you. And then those thank yous get sent into this sent thank you gift section that's just right below adding a gift. What you're seeing right now is any thank you letters that are in a pending state. They haven't gone out yet. You're going to set that time and date in which it's going to go out. You can certainly look at all, you know, messages that have been sent and see the date that it was sent on, as well as pending, or be able to filter them down. And then as you are looking to customize these, it's the drop down here that allows you to have all of these different ways to send a letter and be able to configure or customize it. So clicking on any of these defaulted standard acknowledgements, you can click on the pencil, be able to come in here and really customize that template of how you'd like your message to be crafted from this thank you, customize it, save it as a new title, and then you can even preview any of those messages that are in that state of being ready to be sent, be able to review the content, right? Go ahead and send it, or take the next steps, right, to confirm and send, maybe make edits. So it's just a great way to really be able to manage as those contributions are being sent in or being brought in through the donor CRM, to be able to really customize a great thank you letter that's going to those various contributors who have made gifts through any of the three platforms, to really recognize them, thank them, give them that end of the year tax receipt that they need, and all of that great information. And I know, Madison, I have probably over communicated, and I am sorry. I know we're already 2 minutes over, but I'm so excited about our products.
Yes, no, and this has been great. Thank you so much. And I mentioned this in the chat, but if anyone is unable to stay with us for our last few minutes and for the Q&A, there is a post-webinar survey, so please fill that out and let us know what you thought of today's session. But we do have just a couple more things to go through before we say goodbye. So I will take back over. Can you see my screen okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So last few things. So as Anne mentioned, amazing front-end features for your donors, and to make a positive donor impression, we want your donors' experiences on all of our platforms to be easy and fast and seamless. And you know, we are very dedicated to your donor experience, because at the end of the day, we're happy when you're happy because your donors are happy. So it's a full circle, right? So I just wanted to touch on real quick also some GiveSmart customer services that are available to those of you who use our platforms for your fundraising campaigns or events. There are guided implementations, personalized training, and remote technicians available. So GiveSmart offers the option to add on these expansive services. So our team is full of fundraising experts who are equipped with the knowledge to expedite your success using the platforms. We also have 24/7 support via chat, email, phone for you as you're running your events and using the platforms, as well as a customer community that is full of your peers who are networking with each other to get the most out of their GiveSmart subscriptions and fundraising capabilities. So I just wanted to highlight those quick services because they are so beneficial. And one last thing before we hit the Q&A, I just wanted to take a poll for those of you who would potentially like more information about GiveSmart after seeing all of the features that we've talked about today. With everything we've seen, we would love to know if you would like more information on plans or pricing, a personalized demo. We're here to help your organization grow at the end of the day. And just in case you missed it, we are recording the call. We will be sending it out. We are recording today's session. We will be sending it out in an email to all of you within the next 24 to 48 hours. That will include the recording as well as resources shared. And we can also share those fundraising campaign links if you want to review those on your own time. Let us know in the chat if you're interested in getting those campaign links to those customer campaign examples. We'd be happy to share them. Alrighty, now on to the Q&A. We just have a couple questions, Anne, that I will throw your way. I know that GiveSmart has so many features across the 3 platforms, and someone asked about seating management and how you can make with that check-in process, what the seating management process is like in GiveSmart, if that's a feature that's available. So I will let you take that question away.
Great question. So seating management is a functionality that is available within the GiveSmart Events platform, and it rides along with our great ticketing construct, or our great ticketing module that's in the events platform as well. So when you're selling tickets, whether it's a gala or an event, or maybe it's a golf event that you're hosting, you can sell those tickets, be able to capture all of that great information about those folks who are attending, both the purchasers and the attendees. As those tickets are being purchased, you also have the ability to then have those same people who are now ticket holders or potential ticket holders, if they don't know who they're going to be yet and it's still an unassigned ticket, be also exposed in our seating management tool, where from there it's a click and drag of drop of those individual guests. You can move them by party if it's a group of people who purchased together, or by individual, dragging and dropping them into the tables or foursomes you've created, and create that great groupings of tables or foursomes. With the seating management tool, then you also have the ability to, through our texting functionality, be able to communicate information to those who are attending, like what's that starting hole that maybe you've grouped those people together in a foursome, or the table that they're going to be seated at, and leverage some of the functionality both within ticketing and seating management into a communication touch point as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great call out. And again, great for your donor impression and your donor experiences, to make those check-ins and the organization overall, the flow of the event, make everything very seamless. And going off of that, just one more question. We had a question, we did self-check-in. What about checkout? What are some ways that GiveSmart makes the checkout process for paying for items, paying for donations, cashing out those credit cards? What are some ways that GiveSmart makes that easy for donors?
Well, on the fundraise side, it's super easy because everything's form driven. So you're just checking out at the completion of the form. On the event side, there are some great ways to be able to let that donor self check out, so they can visit their pay page as they've been building up transactions, or perhaps the auction is closed and they've seen that they have won an item. They can easily go to their pay page, click a button to be able to either apply that payment on an existing card on file or add a new card. There's also a checkout point where an admin can help facilitate that checkout, reviewing what items are in a guest cart, being able to then review the balance, make sure the balance is correct, and then secure payment, again, either on a card on file or add a new card. From the admin side, we can also reflect that maybe that guest is paying by cash or check. So there are some opportunities with an admin's assistance for an alternative payment method. And then the guest will be able, from their pay page, to see that the payment has been secured. They can show that to any of the folks who are helping with item redemption, and be able to see the item number to quickly and easily identify what items that person won and hand them over. I'm going to call out the help center here again too. If you are currently using any of our platforms, visit the help center. There's some great articles that are really going to walk you through the process of checking in, checking out, and be able to see that workflow from both an admin side, but there's a section that's going to walk you through what that donor's experience is as well.
Yeah, that's excellent. Amazing options. And coming from a previous GiveSmart customer myself, before I joined the GiveSmart team, I can speak to how easy that checkout process is for your donors and for any of your event attendees or participants. It really is a very easy, seamless process, especially when you utilize those text messages and everything that's available to you. So
Yeah.
that was our last question. I know we're over by a few minutes, so thank you to everyone who stayed on with us. So it's time to say farewell for today. And again, thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you, Anne, for your time, for extending your platform expertise to all of us. I know I learned some stuff during that demo, so it was really great. So thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem.
We will see everyone next time.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.